Hi! Thank you so much for tuning in for your July 2017 Written in the Stars Horoscope. I'm super excited to deliver you the two readings that we always do, the story of your month followed by a fiercely focused spread to give you some action steps to take to make the best of your money, career, love life, health, etc. So this month there is something really exciting happening in the sky. It's called a cardinal grand cross, meaning 4 planets are taking up 4 spaces in the cardinal signs of the zodiac, which are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So cardinal signs are initiative takers. This is a massive month to initiate action, to start doing what it is you want to do. But a word of caution, make sure that what you're fighting for is really what you want, because there will be tendencies this month to just fight. There's some like Sun-Pluto oppositions going on, some really Mars-Pluto, oh, it's fireworks, but make them the good kind of fireworks. It is July after all. But you can read more about what that's doing for you personally at my blog, writteninthestars.co. But now, without further ado, on to your reading. Hey Cancer, and happy birthday to so many of you. I hope you're having a fantastic July so far, and that this reading helps make it just a little more magical. Special shout out to my dad, he's a Cancer. Happy birthday, Dad. Oh, I'm excited to see what's ahead for my moonies in July. Cancer, July 2017. What is Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rising need to know most in July for their highest good, Spirit. Always and only for their highest good. What does Cancer need to know? What does Cancer need to hear from you? Wow, they're like doing this thing they do sometimes where they mark certain cards almost with a highlighter, like grab this, grab this, grab this. I don't know, you know, every tarot reader does it differently. And total respect for everybody in their way. But it's funny how it comes in different times, different ways for me like that. And speaking of, you will see Cancer, if you haven't been here before, oh look, it's you. Get the Cancer card itself, the Chariot. The vehicle of transformation. I was saying that if you haven't been here before, sorry, Spirit's coming through already, that you will see me turn cards that come in upside down that might be read reversed by other readers. I will turn them right side up. I'm an intuitive reader, so I read based on what Spirit gives me in the image and in terms of words and impressions in my mind. And I do definitely relay that to you if there's any change in the original meaning of the card or anything like that. But that is how I read. Totally take it or leave it. Totally not the way that everybody needs to read, but that is my way. And I turn these right side up, Cancer, so that your intuitive, empathic self can see what the imagery resonates with in your own intuition. Where does it lead you? What is it? Who do you see when you see the figures in the cards, or what is inspiring you? It's empowering tarot, so you should, so you should be getting out of it exactly what you were meant to, which you can totally do yourself. You intuitive creature, you. Okay, just want to make sure you can see everybody at your party before we get everybody on the table here, Cancer. Okay. Okay, Cancer. One more for Cancer. July 2017. The highest good. Just Cancer need to know. In July. Ooh, bonus card. Gosh, Cancer, I feel like you've been getting these a whole ton. But okay, let's do this. And your bonus card is... That was a really weak... That was a weak drum roll. I tried. Wow. Spatially challenged. What a powerful card to get as your bonus card. Alright. So I'm going to scooch these guys apart and make him the star of the show here. Because what's coming to me, and it's like what you're most meant to embody and understand and kind of just step into that role this month, Cancer, the way like a little child would pretend to be like, I'm the magician, I'm all powerful, when I wave my wand or say my spell or do my ritual, whatever it works for you, things happen. When I say my prayer, things happen. Oh my God, talk about spatially challenged. I'm now seeing you totally can't see some of this stuff. Here you go. Here's your vehicle for transformation. Okay. Whew. Okay, Cancer. So as I said, Spirit's coming through really fast saying that stuff about be the magician. Like, step into it. If that means that you dress a little differently because that helps you kind of embody this persona, do that. If it means that you carry your head a little higher because you feel like your magician self would be a little bit more confident, maybe even like cocky, whatever it is, Cancer, embody it, do it, be it. You're learning how powerful you are. A lot of you this month, Cancer. And these are general readings, so I want to go ahead and make this preface before we get too deep to say that some messages will resonate more than others, Cancer, because these readings are for so many people, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So listen to the essence of the message. Feel into, if I say, for example, that you're having trouble in a partnership, you may be having a perfectly good romantic relationship, but there's trouble in paradise when it comes to your business partnership. So whatever it is that resonates in your mind when you hear the words and see the images, I'm trusting you to know your intuition well enough to follow the trail that Spirit is leaving for you. Okay. So that said, Spirit is saying for many of you, it's like there's an opportunity this month to leave behind your old life. Woof! That's kind of a big statement, right? It doesn't mean that you have to, like, you're going to, like, pick up your, you know, a few possessions and leave your home in the night, leave family, friends, loved ones, relationships behind. That's not what this is necessarily about, although for some of you it is that dramatic. Because, again, general readings, so don't be afraid. Like, no one's forcing you to grab your duffel bag and leave your life behind. But for some of you Cancers, the change is that dramatic in July. I mean, this is your time of year. This is your solar return when the sun is in your sign, empowering you to take action, because that's what the sun is all about. The yang, the doing, the masculine quote-unquote energy that goes out and takes action, rather than the moon, your ruler, who receives. So it's like you're empowered to go out and get what you want. You're empowered magician, chariot, my God, the world, and I mean the death card, which people are so afraid to see. But when things in your life haven't been working, this is a good card to see. It's like, okay, this is ready to go. This is ready to die. We knew this situation. It's not about a person. It's about a situation. It's about a chapter in your life closing. It's like, okay, if things are to grow, if things are to become what they're meant to be, we need to cut back some of the branches so that the roots can grow really healthy stalks that are strong and proud and not going to wilt with the heaviness of like just letting things sprout wild. You've got to make choices in your life, Cancer, and say, this is where I put my energy. This is the most important place to put my resources. A lot of you are going to be, I feel like, excuse me, a lot of you are going to be learning a lot. Like, I feel like many of you are going to be sitting down and honing a craft. So perhaps it's like a specific project that you're sitting down and hammering away at the draft, hammering away at the scene, hammering away at the business. This is creative, but this is also practical. That's what Spirit just said, which is kind of interesting. And there's a world of potential there. And this feels wildly free. That's what I feel for a lot of you Cancers, is this month you feel wildly free. Free to be who you are, free to say what you need to say. Page of Swords is here. And I'm feeling like you're this Page of Cups. So the Page of Swords, when the court cards represent real people in the world around you, right? But whenever there is a court card around you, a person around you, it's because they are there to invoke something, to resonate with something in you. And that Page of Swords is a young or young-seeming person in your life, somebody who may be like chronologically younger than you, or you think of them as maybe a little less mature, or maybe they're a couple steps behind you on the same path. But they're very intelligent. Like, for all that they may be a little bit impulsive or a little bit, you know, they have a little bit of learning and maturing to do, they're very perceptive and they tell the truth. They might be even like so truthful that sometimes it comes off as blunt. Sometimes they can be those people that say, oh, I'm just being honest. And it like cuts you to the core, and that's their response when you're cut to the core is, I'm just being honest. So in this case, Spirit is not giving me the sense that this is an enemy. This is somebody who loves you. So I'm not feeling like, hey, cut this person off. This person's a dick. I'm feeling like this person is in your life to tell you some truths and some observations, and they may not come through in the most tactful way. But also Cancer, you know, you're a sensitive soul. So sometimes even when somebody is trying their best, and it's so funny because that's what I'm hearing is like, this person is trying their best, knowing who you are, to give it to you in the nicest way, like, possible. Like, as sensitive as they know how to be, which is admittedly not that sensitive because they're kind of just a natural truth teller, blunt. But they're trying to help you put up boundaries and draw lines and speak up for yourself. Like, they speak up for themselves and they want to see you do the same, is what Spirit is saying. And you're getting a lot of encouragement to cut cords and reach new levels. Like, wow. I mean, it's pretty tremendous. And honestly, it's like all these cards are so colorful and beautiful and bright, and they're all about ascension and adventure. You've got the Fool, the World, the Chariot, and the Magician sitting at the center. Thank God to connect this reading. Because if he hadn't been here, what do I see here? All this beauty and color, and then, my God, burden, fear, leaving things behind. I'm unsure, things have to end. And yes, there is this beautiful security here. But Spirit always has a way of sending the symbolism in exactly the way that we need it. And what they're saying to me is, you are catalyzing, you're like doing some alchemy. You're shedding burdens, you're shedding fears, you're doing a lot. Like, gosh, Cancer, I mean, again, I attribute part of this to the fact that the sun is in your sign. You're so powerful right now, and you have everything that you need to move forward. And I feel like you're ready, so many of you. Again, these are general readings, Cancer. And if you want to know more about your personal journey, definitely book a one-on-one with me. The shop is linked below. I'd be super excited. I'm Moon in Cancer, so Cancer, you're kind of my people. But again, general readings, but I feel like many of you, it's like, some of you are getting to the finish line when you're going to drop off your shoulders a huge weight. Like, finally, I did this thing that has been weighing on me. I needed to do this. Like, I needed to finish this project. For some of you, Spirit said it's like I needed to file this paperwork finally. Like, for some of you, it's heavy. It's not nothing. Like, it's big. And you're getting it done in July, or you're feeling like, you know what? And that's why I wanted to preface and say, again, general reading. Some of you are reaching the finish line, and some of you are going to drop some of this stuff. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, you're going to choose to drop some of it. It's like, why am I carrying every single thing on my back? Screw this. I want to feel abundant. I want to enjoy my life. I want to enjoy my resources and what I have and make the most of them. And the option is there. And it's like, the ironic truth is that when you have less, when you give up some stuff, you enjoy what you have more, Cancer. That's what Spirit is saying for you right now, is get rid of some stuff. Get some stuff off your back. For some of you, that's literal, like get rid of some clutter. Like, maybe it's just one room that you can have to yourself because you have roommates or you have, you know, other people around you. But it's like, make your space sacred. Clear out your space and clear out your mental space. Clear out your spiritual space. It's time to throw out baggage. It's time to focus on only what you really want and what matters, and not scatter your energy. And with you, Cancer, it's like, that's emotional energy. You know, your memories are so clear and you're so empathic and like sponge-like that it's like you could be thinking about so many people and so many emotions and so many things and giving so much emotional energy to them, but are they returning the favor? Is it giving anything back to you? That's what's important. It's important for you to cut off the things that are not giving you growth, that are not helping you reach new heights, okay? It's totally okay to do that. Have you seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade? And the scene where there are some people trying to pick out which chalice here is the Holy Grail. And spoiler alert, faces melt when you pick the wrong grail. So be very choosy. Give only to that which returns to you. Give only to that which nourishes you. That's not Machiavellian. That's like, don't make yourself a martyr, Cancer, as is your tendency. You have this tendency to become a supplicant and to give everything that you are. And it comes from a good place, but it doesn't always go a good place. All right? That's what Spirit is saying for you. There's security for you when you cut off the shit that's not working and you use what is left, what is healthy, what is glorious, what is powerful. I love it. I love it. The right messengers are in your life too to help give you the right pointers to point you in the right direction. And I want to say, Spirit is pointing me at that Page of Cups and saying, be open and be sweet. And it's not an instruction, Cancer. It's like that's who you are naturally. Some of you have a hard shell, but this month you want to be sweet and be open and say what's in your heart. And I'm also feeling like when it's like, for some of you, when you do that, the same returns to you. Like you give somebody the permission, the courage to share their heart in exchange. And for some of you, it just may be the other way around. Like for some of you hard shell Cancers, a surprising and sweet message kind of breaks your heart open a little bit. I mean that in the best of ways, in a beautiful way. Very interesting month. A lot of growth and momentum and possibilities for you, Cancer. Don't be afraid to get rid of what's working and what's not working, because what is working will grow and take you much further when you drop some of the baggage out of your chariot. You know, when you drop weight out of the chariot goes faster. Okay, so now let's look at your Fiercely Focused spread. Let's look at steps, practical things you can do this month to make the most of it, to make the very best of it. So if you haven't been here before, this is where we pick a card from the major arcana to be a theme for your month. Like whatever you most need to embody as a Cancer in July 2017 for your highest good. So what is it Cancer most needs to know, understand, embody, or expect in the month of July 2017? Spirit, for their highest good. Cancer, July 2017. Whoa, yay! Oh, okay. I love that, Cancer, the star. And it's so beautiful because, again, it's your time of year. What's your vision? What's your hope? This is a month for renewal. This is a month to take care of yourself. If you can, go to the ocean, go to the water, go to a river, a lake, whatever natural, healthy place that you can go and be in the water. And if there is no such place, go take a bath. Go take a shower if you don't have a bath. But be with the water. That's what Spirit is saying very clearly. It's like, give yourself, cleanse yourself. In the same way that they're saying, get rid of this baggage. Like a lot of you are going to be dropping things and projects and worries and relationships even that were no longer nourishing you. Cleanse yourself. Give yourself like a little ritual for like, okay, this is my like initiation. I'm washing away the old and then I'm stepping into the new. Stepping into the new me, the new life, lighter. My shoulders are higher and held like high because the weight has been lifted. I no longer carry burdens that aren't meant for me. It's not that you're not willing to carry things. It's that if it's not yours, you're shedding it in July. And you're going to see hope. You're going to see things from a new, higher, better angle because you won't be weighed down. The gravity is changing. Everything is lightening. Trust your intuition. That's the other thing Spirit is saying, is trust your intuition. Your senses have always been strong. Keep following them. Woo. Wow. That was intense. Okay. Okay, Cancer. Now we're going to look at the earthly. We're going to look at what is going on, what you most need to know this month when it comes to the, wow, well, I was going to say, to your money, to your job, to your resources. What does Cancer most need to know for their highest good? Love it. That makes complete sense going with everything else in your reading. It's like, look at what you've harvested, farmer Cancer. Look at, you know, if it was fall and all the hard work you'd been doing had yielded something, you would look at it and say, was that worth all my hard work, or is this not what I want? Like, do I need to go in another direction or try things a different way? So pause this month. Maybe it's all the baggage that you're deciding what needs to be left behind. Do a little life inventory. What is feeding me? What's not feeding me? What is a good use of my time? What is a bad use of my time? This is like a very clear, open, like earthly pentacle way of looking at things. What is giving me a return on my energetic investment? Ooh, getting very earthy over here. Okay, and kind of piggybacking off of that, what's going on with your logical mind? What are you thinking? What are you speaking about? What's going on in the mental realm for you in July? Could be a complement to that life inventory. What is it, Cancer, this month? What are you thinking about, speaking about, hearing about? Wow. Yep, talk about somebody who can take a very honest life inventory. So the King of Swords, like, could be, wow, for Spirit just said for some of you, it's like a lawyer. And it may not be that you necessarily employ this person. It's like that could just be their job. Like this person has a legal mind, and if not, they're very intelligent. They could be a professor. They could be a reporter. Words and the mental realm, it's their realm. They run that bitch. Like the King of Swords is not someone to be messed with. You don't want to debate them in a comment section on Facebook. You're going to get eviscerated because they know the facts and they know how to arrange those facts in a sentence that just like, oof, verbal assassination. That's the King of Swords' specialty. But here's the other thing about the King of Swords is they tell it like it is. They tell the truth. This is somebody that, like that Page of Swords, can help really tell you what like it is. This is what it is. Let me tell you. I'll put it to you just like it is. I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it like the Page of Swords might because they love you. I'm going to put it to you straight because I love you. It's not that either one of them loves you less or cares less about the outcome. It's just they have different approaches, but they both want you to win. And again, remember that when there's a court card around you, this is what you're meant to find in yourself. So be logical. Trust your head. As much as they're saying trust your intuition, it's like also the way that they were saying write down what's giving me the return on my investment. Let's be real here. You know what? Like I've been calling this person and calling them or doing whatever, and like they haven't responded, so they must not whatever. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know what? I'm going to back off. Or hey, you know what? I've been writing for X, amount of months on this blog or whatever, and whatever it is, it's like it's just not doing what I think it's supposed to do. It could be perfect time to pivot in another direction and chase after something that feels more in alignment with you now. So consult this King of Swords. Like, hey, King of Swords, am I, being avoidant? Or am I really seriously, like, am I chasing something that I don't want or need or working on something that is not going to give me what I want? This person can give you some really good, strong advice. And for those of you who do need legal advice, you got a bulldog working for you. Like, I love it. Okay. Okay, now let's look at what's going on with you emotionally, Cancer. What's going on in your element? What are you feeling? What are you expressing? How are you relating with other people, or what is going on in your heart? July 2017, what do you need to know for your highest good? Yay, that's such a happy, there's so much potential for you to have what you want, Cancer. Your wishes can come true. Your wishes can come true, so don't rest on your laurels, because they don't come true just, they don't pop into existence. It starts in your mind, it starts in your heart, and then you start doing the work. As above, so below. When you push the wheel, the universe, God, spirit, whatever you like to call it, pushes with you. As above, so below. As within, so without. That's why I say it begins in your heart and your mind, the vision. And then you start making the vision in whatever small ways you can start to execute. Trust your vision. Trust your dreams. Specifically, they're saying dreams for some of you. So pay attention to your nighttime dreams. Pay attention to the symbols, the codes coming up. They're like your own set of tarot cards, the symbols in your dreams. Pay attention to what they're saying to you. Oof, You're an intuitive person, Cancer, naturally, okay? So if you decide to tune and tap in, you can hear it as well as anybody, or see it, depending on what your gift is. Okay, and speaking of your gifts, let's look at what's going on with your creativity, your spirituality, what's lighting you on fire, what's activating you, energizing you. What are your energy levels like in the month of July 2017? What does Cancer need to know about that in July 2017, Spirit? Love it. Wow. So talk about security and feeling supported. Your community adores you, Cancer, and you do have them. And if some of you need a place to go, need a place to stay, or are staying somewhere and you're wondering if it's okay, you're loved. You're loved, you're supported, and your people will, Spirit just said, it's like your people will come to you and will align and love you when you are honest with yourself and then with them. It's not like you have to put your whole naked self out on a table for everybody to examine and approve of, but it's like when you know who you are, you give people permission to be who they are. When you're brave enough to say, this is who I am, flaws and all, you give other people, it's like they didn't know that people could do that. In this world where everything is glossy and airbrushed and no bad vibes allowed or whatever, all these memes, it's like, yeah, no, like I have bad days too. And you'd be shocked at how people need to hear that. Need to hear that you're a human. And you give them permission. It's like, ironically, in showing our weakness, in showing our challenges, we empower ourselves and we empower others. So you are loved for that vulnerability. And it's your favorite thing to do service for the world and to help uplift people emotionally, Cancer. So you have the opportunity to do that this month. It's like when you take the chance, you may be the catalyst for something bigger than you expect. Love it. Thank you so much as always, Cancer. I have Moon in Cancer, so I relate very much to you guys. I'm excited to see what the month brings myself. So let me know if you have questions or if anything resonates with you or doesn't resonate with you and you wonder about it. Let me know whether it's in the comments or you want to find me on social media or email me. All of that info is linked below, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you so much again for joining me. I hope that this helps you make a more magical month, and I hope I see you in August. Happy birthday, and bye-bye, Cancer.